Hello there.
Hopefully you guys have the same smile on your face just like I do right now, because ladies and gentlemen, we are beginning a new series. I don't know if I'm going to continue with this series, but we are definitely beginning with a new one, and this one is titled True Detective. I have heard season 1 is absolutely outstanding, and I am hella excited. It's got a fantastic cast. Matthew McConaughey, Woody Harrelson, and Mahershala Ali. Like, 3 male actors, which I absolutely love and adore. So already, without even starting the show, without even seeing a single frame, it is absolutely fantastic in my opinion. I'm hella excited to see these 3 actors, and I don't know who else is in the show, but I'm excited to see them engage with one another. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. We'll see how well it does on the channel. I'm hoping to get this video out before I finish Better Call Saul, just to freshen things up a little bit. And as well, I'm going to start another new series as well, so we'll see how it goes. But what's going on? My name is Elie Moses, a 23-year-old law and film student here from Sydney, Australia. Absolutely shitty as shot, baby. This is True Detective, episode 1 of season 1, The Long, Bright, Dark. Let's get into the reaction. Let's have some fun with this thing and smash it. Let's go. One take intros. You gotta love it.
Is classified MA 15+. It is not suitable for viewers under the age of 15.
Say
We
swear.
recommend the use of the parental lock system.
Say swear. I don't know how HBO are with copyright. I guess we'll see if this video comes out in time. 16:9 aspect ratio, already fantastic. True Detective, let's go, baby. Let's go. Always exciting starting a new show. How well it's received, I guess we'll see in due course. This is the risk you take with YouTube. It's all about the experiments, ladies and gentlemen.
We heard some stories.
Kind of a strange guy, huh?
Strange. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick a fight with the sky. Didn't like it shade of blue.
Dora Lang, the occult, ritual, murder. You think the advertiser for that? Could you
All right, yeah.
hold off on
Can't do that here no more.
You can just tell the performances are going to be out of this world.
Oh, you assholes. You want to hear this or not?
Oh man, that's some Midsummer type shit, man. I ain't in for this. Please, keep Ari Aster away from. I don't want this.
Hemorrhaging around throat, lividity at the shoulders, thighs, and torso. She'd been on her back a while before he moved her.
Might not be he. You never know. Yo,
That's why they called him the tax man.
murder mystery thrillers done right. I am all here for it, because like once you get sucked in, you get sucked in. You cannot get sucked back out. You are immersed into the world. But like when it's done, like for instance, films like Seven, for instance, oh my gosh, like absolutely sensational. Those like mystery thrillers, Shutter Island, things like that. I don't know, psychological thrillers. Like I love those type of like films, and if it's done right in a TV show, oh man, I think I'm gonna have a blast.
The rest of us had these little notepads or something. He had this big ledger. Looked funny walking door to door with it, like the tax man. A good detective, and any of those types could be an incompetent shitheel.
Which type were you?
Oh, I was just a regular type dude with a big ass dick. A lot of it had to do with how they manage authority. There can be a burden in authority, in vigilance, like a father's burden. It's too much for some men.
Immediately, as soon as I saw that shot of Matthew McConaughey's character sketching the woman who had been killed, or the girl that had been killed, I immediately started thinking about the man's past, how he's been raised. There's clearly something he's obsessed with, because they could have just gone with the photographies. Obviously, Woody Harrelson's detective character was taken, and then you hear moments later Woody Harrelson's character talking about, as soon as I saw how he was living, that's when I felt sorry for the guy. So, and you saw just a single mattress on the floor, all the detective books, homicide, murder books, serial killer books. I'm just like, okay, this individual, there's something about him. He's got some smarts, wits about him, but he's obviously gonna think different. He might start thinking like the potential killers. That's how you gotta think, maybe, to solve these things. What would your next move be?
We'd encountered a metapsychotic. We tried to explain to Marty what metapsychotic was. This idea goes way back with him.
You got a chapter in one of those books on jumping to conclusions? You attach an assumption to a piece of evidence, you start to bend the narrative to support it, prejudice yourself.
Wait and see on the ID. I'm gonna have a drink.
Let me get up. You're gonna meet him. I gotta get the
Did his daughter pass away? Matthew McConaughey's character? Not a good time to rock up like that. This is not your Mike Lowry, Marcus Burnett type relationship here.
It's like they don't even know the outside world exists.
There's not a buddy cop comedy.
Might as well be living on the fucking moon.
Interstellar.
all kinds of ghettos in the world.
It's all one ghetto, man. Giant gutter in outer space.
What we're into now, do me a courtesy, okay? I'm not trying to convert you.
Look, I'd consider myself a realist, all right? But in philosophical terms, I'm what's called a pessimist.
Okay, what's that mean?
Means I'm bad at parties.
Let me tell you, you ain't great outside of parties either.
I think human consciousness was a tragic misstep in evolution. We became too self-aware. Nature created an aspect of nature separate from itself. We are creatures that should not exist by natural law.
Well, that sounds god-fucking awful, Russ.
We are things that labor under the illusion of having a self. This accretion of sensory experience and feeling. Programmed with total assurance that we are each somebody. When in fact, everybody's nobody.
What's the point of getting out of bed in the morning?
I tell myself I bear witness. The real answer is that it's obviously my programming. And I lack the constitution for suicide.
My luck, I picked today to get to know you. Wait, 3 months, I don't hear a word from you, and
You asked.
yeah, and now I'm begging you to shut the fuck up.
Hey, it's interesting to listen to. Everybody unique.
I get a bad taste in my mouth out here. Aluminum. Ash. Like you can smell the psychosphere.
I got an idea. Let's make the car a place of silent reflection for now. Okay?
I love how distinct their personalities are. Like,
I don't drink.
Oh, no, of course not, Russ. Listen, when you're at my house, I want you to chill the fuck out. Don't even mention any of that bullshit you just said to me.
Of course not, Marty. I'm not some kind of maniac, right? For fuck's sake.
man, there is no life in this show whatsoever, and I think they're going for that. I mean, the episode's titled The Long Bright Dark, but like there's no brightness whatsoever, and I love the color grading in this show immediately. I feel like the overcast weather itself, which has been a big part of this episode, the overcast weather, I feel like translates to the color grading itself that they're going for. It almost seems dark, gloomy, like any life is sucked out of this episode. They're not talking about, happy things. It's like I said, it's just any life is completely drained out, and I feel like I'm drowning in misery at the moment, and I feel like we haven't even hit the pinnacle of misery that this show is gonna obviously portray. But I feel like it's setting the tone really well for what's gonna come, in terms of, like, you know, the color grading they're choosing to adopt, all this mystery, this aura, this sort of like these unique characters being interviewed by sort of like cam recording footage, and obviously they're being interviewed by different departments of the police force, or different departments, or different individuals, and it's clearly a sort of situation. It's like a how did we get here moment, which I'm really excited to see. And I love that type of stuff because Better Call Saul did it fantastically. I haven't even finished that show yet, but it does that sort of like how did we get here moments in episodes or sort of like seasons absolutely amazingly. And this is that moment as well. In this episode, you see Matthew McConaughey's Rust character, you know, completely looking different. He's put on a bit of weight, and it's either he's a detective anymore or he's not. Like, you're just wondering what went down.
Halloween shit.
Oh, he was in Transformers.
We're gonna have to do a press conference. What about him? What do you think? Do the briefing tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. Fuck that prick.
This time, my daughter's birthday, this dead woman. And, figured I'd work the case.
So this is,
You know,
they're being
took
interviewed
Kilo
17
Aldo
years
in
later, and this
90.
is 95, so. I love the distinct sort of backstories already of the two detectives. The juxtaposition, you know, one's got a family to hold on to, and one's got nothing to hold on to, probably nothing to lose because he's lost everything. Oh damn, she's Marty's wife? Yo, this show got the Avengers of actors.
The next Charlie Lang who's doing 8 in oils for bad checks. Mom's outside of Bro Bridge, DMV license expired. And DeChillo called.
Good morning.
She's washed clean. Not a print on her.
So she was drugged, bound, tortured with a knife, strangled, posed out there.
Man,
What about this stuff?
Well,
whoever did this
crown,
is
for lack of a
sick.
better word.
Sick.
Rose thorns, early cane, switchgrass, wrapped around a bent branch.
This place is like somebody's memory of a town, and the memory's fading. It's like there was never anything here but jungle.
Stop saying shit like that. It's unprofessional.
Oh, is that what I'm going for here?
Just want you to stop saying odd shit, like you smell a psychosphere or you're in some faded memory of a town. Just stop.
There is no life in
Given
this
how long
town.
it's taken for me to reconcile my nature, I can't figure I'd forgo it on your account, Marty.
Man, what is this town? Like, I just want to say quickly, I'm like, usually first episodes will determine whether a show has me hooked, whether I'll continue. With the likes of Buffy, Better Call Saul, they took a while to get going, and I was willing to because I loved the characters. Like, I initially loved the characters. With this show, this first episode hasn't set the world on fire, but it's been fantastic in the way it's been able to sort of create this element of mystery, not only with the killings. Obviously, they're not going to reveal everything. It's going to be a slow, steady build. You're going to find breadcrumbs along the way. You're going to, go on this journey with these investigators as they find all the clues or any clues about what's happening here. But what I love so far about this episode is that this element of mystery is not only present in the case itself with who this individual is or individuals are that are committing these crimes, but there's an element of mystery with the characters themselves, especially Rust here. He's like a very interesting character with the way he thinks, and you have these sort of shots lingering on him as he's in like these sort of like trance like thoughts here, and this case is clearly dwelling on him, and I love the way this episode portrays him in terms of how he thinks. And then again, you have this element of mystery as well with the town itself. I mean, you just had that shot right there, in the blind spot of the car as the car passed, with this girl waving, this like lone girl, and I wonder if that's him picturing his daughter that passed away, and he's the only one seeing that girl right there. But I think it says a lot about the town itself, like it's like a ghost town, and yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. So like there's those three elements of mystery with the case, the characters, and the sort of setting itself, and I'm loving this episode. I just wonder if that was his daughter he saw. Yeah, you believe in ghosts, okay.
Folks call them bird traps. Old auntie told us that they were devil nets. You know, you put them around the bed, catch the devil before he get too close.
That's interesting.
She was a wonderful woman. You know, loved her some Jesus, but had a bit of that Santeria in her, you know?
R and I said you had a complaint these parts around December. Little girl getting chased through the woods.
Oh, yeah. I pulled that one for you, too.
Those D's in the background, the head of the D's and the horns, like the antlers, sorry, just got me thinking about the antlers on top of the murdered individual. Like, it's just like, they shouldn't be in that room, man. Like, no.
Now, we had her work with a sketch artist, and she told us that looked exactly right. You want to call on the APB on that, you go right ahead.
Listen, boys, I'm gonna have to call a timeout, make a beer time.
Well, why don't you hold off on that for a while?
I'll take a sixer of old Milwaukee or Lone Star, nothing snooty.
Why is this so important to you all of a sudden?
Because it's Thursday and it's past noon. Thursday is one of my days off. On my off days, I start drinking at noon. You don't get to interrupt that.
The ritual is the ritual. Get one for yourself, too.
I appreciate a little hustle up on that.
Yesterday, at
I noticed
approximately
his
6
sleeve
a.m.,
has evolved. He's got more
came
tattoos.
across the body of a female.
Like she could duck hunt with a rake? Hi, yeah. Talking about she's gonna become a nun.
That's the second time a duck hunt has been mentioned.
Fucked up. Talking about she met a king. Yeah.
That's a cult.
Anyway.
That's a cult. She met a king individual or someone who has like some god complex.
Thank you, boys. We almost had a moment there. So you want to talk the whole case through or just the end?
No. Whole story from your end, you don't mind. You know, like you
Okay,
said,
I thought his tattoo had changed over the 17 years. I think it's still the same. My bad. I thought there was some additional
What you
pieces to
didn't
it.
say is this is about something else.
Now why you say that?
Get the details out of the paper.
Yeah, we did. You know anything about that? About Lake Charles?
Yeah, let me see what you got. Jog my memory.
Well, let's hear your story first. See how it fit with what we got.
Well, Russ, it is so nice to finally meet you. Sorry it took so long.
Well, I tried to tell her you aren't big on socializing.
I said your life's in this man's hands, right? Of course you should meet the family.
Well, not quite as dramatic as that, hon. I've never fired my gun.
Have you fired your gun?
Audrey.
Or you're asking the real questions straight off the bat.
Yes.
You shot people? Dad's never shot anybody.
Oh, that's good.
Yo, kids.
You don't want to shoot people.
But you have.
Marty says you're from Texas.
I was on the robbery squad in Houston until '89.
Oh, be right back. And y'all keep eating. Well, all right, then I appreciate it.
Yo, these kids plotting their next move, man. What are they up to?
Children.
One. She passed. Marriage didn't last long after that.
Sorry.
He's running on this thing, but, uppity. What?
It's crazy how his wife, in like 30 seconds, found out more about his personal life than Marty has in like 3-4 months they've been together. Obviously, Marty probably hasn't asked those questions, but...
You ever ask him about himself?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like I said.
Baby, trust me. You do not want to pick this man's brain.
Thank you for dinner, Maggie. This looks great.
My pleasure.
Oh, they mentioned... It's just so ironic. They mentioned that the killer himself, or like the person, one of the person had like the girls described him with spaghetti down his face, and they're eating spaghetti. I don't know why. My brain ticking. Like I can't help but think. It's just ironic.
No, it's nothing. Can't wait till tomorrow.
But why am I talking about dinner? Y'all want to walk through the Lane case? Fine. This other stuff, what's going on?
Sorry. We just heard some stories.
Rasta says some things as well.
He was an ace case man, right? I'd like to understand his process.
Up your ass, Cole. Why don't you do your own fucking legwork, you rat fuck?
Say it again with me.
Hey.
You know what, man? Fuck you, tax man.
Everybody got their ties, their top button undone, and they're ready to go.
Back to point. We had 3 hits on working girls.
I don't need to tell men of your positions, but there is a war happening behind things. Thank you for doing your part.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Eddie's gonna be very, very pleased to have such a good man working on this.
You kidding me?
Fucking believable. Anti-Christian. Fucks. Who the fuck's Eddie? Huh? It's the sound of a gaggle of hens.
Yeah, you better watch your mouth or they're gonna peck your eyes out.
I'm looking for Detective Hart and a stack of depositions for him. Judge s1ep1 told me to make sure and give them to Detective Hart and no one else.
Is that the
depositions. I thought I should walk you through them.
Oh, great.
Yo!
Let's just find a place to talk. Thanks, Kathleen.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Kathleen! I swear, if he's having an affair with Kathleen, nah, I don't think he is, but like, as soon as he saw Kathleen, I saw that reaction, man. Like, he lost composure.
Missing girl, 5 years gone. Report made in error.
She had an uncle who lived nearby. And we'll call it intuition.
Sometimes he's more responsive.
Maybe they're
I'd like
linked.
to help.
The missing girl and Dora Lane.
Sorry, last thing. Do you know where Debbie is now?
She married another man. Not the one she's with Marie. She was in Vegas last we heard.
Ah, man, that like dolly zoom right there, in between the curtains was creepy as hell. Like it showed, like it was, I don't know why, it unnerved me for a little bit. I don't know, that house is dodgy, man. You got like a bunch of dolls, you got the crucifix, framed.
Danny loved her so much. We weren't her legal guardians, but she played
You got a
her
carousel.
more than her mama's.
Can see why.
I know this is probably reading too much into things, but I remember the governor when he came in. I think it was the governor. When he was talking with them, he was standing up, holding his like. He had this similar sort of like he was talking like this and putting his hands together like that, and then Marty just did the exact same thing when he was speaking to that lady. So that's probably reading into it too much. But just same sort of like body language techniques. Like I feel like I'm like reading into everything too much. It's only episode 1. Calm down, Ellie. Oh, it's the same bird trap.
I don't know what that is. I haven't looked in there since the police first came.
Yeah, I was about to say them blinds need to close. We're getting real deep now.
Can you tell us anything about that, Mr. Cole?
Yeah, it looks a lot like the one from 95, but... Well, you knew that already.
Yeah, there's specifics consistent to the 95 case.
I'm getting
Details they
goosebumps,
weren't
man.
public knowledge.
You were off the grid for 8 years, right? Show back up here 2010.
My question is...
How could it be him if we already caught him in 95?
It's a cult, man.
How indeed, detectives?
Don't tell me they think... Don't think... Do they think Rust is a suspect? Nah, surely not.
And start asking the right fucking questions.
Okay, so clearly they solved the case in 95. They were on the force together for 7 years. In my opinion, like from what I get, 7 years, they had a breakup. 10 years later, a string of murders comes back, similar to that of 95, hence them two being interviewed. But they caught the one individual in 95. So clearly maybe that one individual in 95 either has family or it's like other individuals carrying out his deeds. Or it could be a girl, it could be a cult, I don't know. It's True Detective. It's episode 1, baby. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, that was a fantastic episode right there. Oh, the element of mystery, the aura of mystery already is absolutely outstanding. And yeah, this is not gonna be a happy clappy dandy show. Like, even though Better Call Saul has this, like, a lot of it's depressing. There's a lot of like situations where humans are mistreated in that show. At least that show had some sort of infectious energy to it where you watch it. And I don't know, I just feel like there's a lot of life in Better Call Saul, whereas this show here is a complete switch up. There's no life whatsoever. And I know it's only episode 1, but whenever there's like murders like that or mysterious elements, like I feel like I'm watching the show and I'm in danger. I don't know. It's just I start feeling creeped out. Like those things that are like inhumane. It's just, yeah, it rubs me the wrong way. So it's gonna be a really interesting watch for me, I feel. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how the reaction goes first. We'll see if we'll continue. Depending on how it's well viewed it is on YouTube, because these things do take time to edit, watch, get past copyright, multiple re-edits if it, stumbles upon copyright issues. So yeah, if not, it's gonna be a situation I'm possibly watching it in my own time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. That's True Detective episode 1 of season 1. It's been your boy Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.